Hey guys, listen up. I've had a bunch of people write me messages and wanted to know what I use to do home cleansings and to kind of clear any negative energy in any space that you feel has something going on that just makes you feel uneasy. I have everything right here, and I'm going to show you what I prefer, myself, what I prefer, but everyone's different. So the first thing that I have, I'll show you, is white sage. This stuff right here. It smells, it's pungent, and it leaves a really, really, really strong odor afterwards. Some people do not like the smell of the sage because it is so very strong. So if you're one of the people, you may be allergic or have allergies to this, there is a second alternative, and I'm going to show you. It is called blue sage. It's this little guy right here. It's not the color blue, but it's just the name of it. And to be quite honest, it's more of a sweet smell, like a sweet grass smell to it. So it does the same thing. It kills bacteria in the air. It leaves a really, really calming effect, like the white sage does. And overall, it does not leave a long-lasting odor that some people that have bad allergies just can't handle. So maybe the white sage isn't good for you, to where you might be able to, find something in this little guy right here. The next thing that I use, and talking about the white sage, this is a very large stick of it, you guys. It only takes, you just take this little bit right here and set it afire. Just a small bit of smoke goes a very long way. You start from the deepest part of your home, and you turn around and you smudge all four corners of each room, going towards the front door or back door, whichever you're going out of. You want all the negative energy to flow out, not do the front door towards the bedrooms, because you're doing the adverse effect and it's not going to work. You're just letting everything right back in. So start from your bedrooms, go backwards to the front door, and get it out with a good cleansing prayer. You can make one up of your own or pull one offline. It really doesn't matter. It's all in the faith system. But another thing that I use that I absolutely love, it smells so good, you guys. So good. And I add this inside of my sage. When I put it in a container, sometimes I don't necessarily burn it on the stalk, so I put it in a bowl, and I add some of this dried lavender flower. This bag right here goes a long ways as well. You only put just a little, a few snippets in there, and it smells great. It also has a calming effect, makes you really relaxed, and it's very inexpensive. Very inexpensive. $3. Lasts you a year. Another thing that I recommend for something with heavy negative energy is called Palo Santo, and it is a very sweet wood. This stuff is actually really thick. I may have a piece to show you. Yeah, I do. Let's see. This is how it comes, like this. And if you can look, that's really thick pieces. Well, let me see. That's really thick pieces of wood compared to the ones that I trim off of there. So you can see the difference right there. That's a big difference. I trim it because it's just way too thick and you waste it. This is seasonal. You can't get it all year long, but when you can get it, it comes 12 pieces in a pack, and it's $6. So, and it's called Palo Santo. Okay? This is holy wood. This is burnt at your church. This is used to smoke the coffins at a funeral. This is used everywhere. And maybe that may be another reason that it's high up there on the demand list. But you guys, getting back to this big stick of sage, white sage is expensive. I'm not gonna lie to you. But like I said, a little goes a long way. This enormous stick will cost you $10. But it lasts me an entire year. And that's from doing home cleansings and coming back and cleansing myself after investigations almost every other night. So just a little bit, long way. Some people may not need this much or may not want to spend the $10. And you can get a smaller stick, same width, it's just a little bit smaller, $3 to4. Okay, so this isn't going to last you a year, depending on how much you use it. Maybe 4-5 months, if that. Okay, guys, the last thing that I use for my cleansings, and this is only in the cases that I feel there's demonic activity. And you can't just establish that right off the top. It takes a while before you know the signs and symptoms and how to diagnose it along the way. When I know that it's really ill-willed and it's a non-living entity that's never walked this earth before, I turn to what they call mugwort. I don't have any that I can show you right this second. It resembles sage, but it's more of a grayish color, and it also comes in a stalk. It's going to be in a stick, just like sage. There is a high medical warning with mugwort. It's wonderful. When you use it, it is very effective, and it will clear your home of anything demonic. But the downside of that is that the herb has also been used in when women have their menstrual cycles or are farther along in pregnancy. It's used to relax the uterine wall. So once you light it and a pregnant woman is around that is, it could be very short-term pregnant or could be into her 9th month, it's all going to affect her the same way. There is high medical warning. So I highly advise against it, and so does medical doctors and all that. So if you do have an infestation, you're having your house cleared or you're doing it on your own, make sure that you ask them what ingredients are they using, what types of sages or herbs are they using, and make sure that if they are using mugwort, that you have no one in or around the vicinity for 48 hours after this has been burnt. You can Google it, you can look it up. It will do damage, you guys, and really, just wanted to let y'all know before you go out and try to light it. But it is effective. It will get the job done. Other than that, occasionally I would use holy water, the Lord's Prayer, and just demand my space back and let it know that it's not wanted, and you got Cleansing Your House 101. But you guys, I will let you get off of here, and I just wanted to catch up because there's so many messages, I can't get to all of them, so I figured this would be the best way for me to talk to you guys right now, and that's it. That's what I use. That's what I do my cleansings with. Another thing, I do have a bowl that I burn my sage and other things in along with my incense. But if you want to go to a craft store or a head shop or wherever that sells crystals and things like that, maybe a smoke shop, they normally have abalone shells. They're about this big and they got a couple holes in. They're really pretty. They're perfect to burn your sage and your incense in as well. You guys ought to try it. But I think that's about it. So I'm going to let you guys go, and we've got some new videos coming up. I'm editing them for you guys right now, and hopefully I'll have them up by tomorrow. Let's hope it's tomorrow anyway. But until then, guys, you know what we say. I'll catch you on the dead side.